good to go.
We'll find a way. Okay. Wait, are we doing this spiel first? By the way, it's not live. We can't
check us out, Jump Street. Make sure you subscribe on our Instagram, our Twitter. Sorry. Go ahead.
We were going to let you just rock
ahead.
that.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're on one of our many episodes of the Kona Coronavirus Blackout Competition.
Kona Corona.
The coronavirus.
The Kona Coronavirus. Yeah, so we have a very special guest, but before we get started with him, you know I got to do my spiel. I got to spiel.
You gotta.
Austin's got to talk about his a charity event as well. We have spiels. So we got a couple of spiels, but generally, please just, if you don't already, follow us on all social media. Instagram, give us a follow. Facebook, give us a like. Go to our YouTube page. Hit the notification bell. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. Go to our iTunes. Give us a 5-star rating. Give us a comment for a review. Share the video. If you want to support our work and keep us coming to events like this at Powwow and Winter Clash and these things that we get to do, please go to our Patreon. Become a supporter. Get us up on the level with all those other great podcasters where we could just go around and make this even freaking cooler. Maybe we'll have Lil Wayne on one day. I don't know. Who knows?
Might as well. We have all the skateboards up right now. Because we skateboard all the time. My mom still thinks I skateboard, so it's no big difference.
Maybe we'll get Tommy Hawk on one day.
This is our personal collection of decks.
Tony Hawk's.
Yeah, for all of our guests, we've been bringing our guests' old decks. I like how our spiel's like, your spiel's like, follow us on those social media platforms, but not if you're in Kona right now because we're blocked from social media.
Yeah.
But real quick before we begin with Kevin, I wanted to just give a quick shout out for the For King and Beach charity session that's going to be happening May 9th at noon in Knoxville, Tennessee. So if you're in the Knoxville area, anywhere in that area, these guys are holding a charity session because there was a few weeks ago, I guess, like a tornado went through the south. Yeah. I don't know the details on it, but destroyed Asphalt Beach, which is like an old skate shop that's been around for forever out there. Also, King Souls, Andrew Kingery, I guess his place got damaged or something like that. So they're holding a charity event to help these guys out. $5 registration, extra donations are welcome, and 100% of the proceeds go to King Souls and Asphalt Beach. So that's the For King and Beach charity session, May 9th in Knoxville. Everyone, if you're in the area, please, we encourage you to go and support your local scene.
Cool.
Boom.
That being said, we have a very, very special guest. Kevin Dowling, welcome to the program.
I thought you were going to change your shirt.
Thank you for... What? No, this shirt, that's the only shirt I brought. I have 5 of these shirts. That's all I wear now.
Yeah. Just like uniforms. They're perfect condition.
I'm just keeping it, 100% showy.
Just keep it 100% showy. Hey.
It's like skating now, dude. Like, they give you shirts. You know what I mean?
It's like some response when you're in.
Yeah, and like when you're in, and like that's your team, and like you see them, and you're like, hey, yeah, it's fucking HBO.
You're like, yo, can I get a T-shirt package?
That's pretty much it. At the end of the show, everybody's like,
can you buy that shirt or no?
No.
Oh, so that's exclusive.
So this is
exclusive HBO shirt.
It's an exclusive show specific to The Outsider. A shirt specific to The Outsider.
Oh, is it?
So, huh?
Oh, I said, oh, is it?
It is. So at the end of the show, they every department makes a shirt or like a hat or a cup or whatever. So everybody's always like tripping out trying to get all the swag. You know what I mean?
Exclusive swag.
That's
pretty cool.
It's like one of those conversation starter shirts. Like, ooh, HBO. Where did you get that?
Yeah.
Well, let me
mention it.
It just so happens that I've been working for HBO for the last 2 years.
You don't work for them anymore, you said? Or?
No, not right now.
Okay.
But I could potentially work for them again, hopefully in the future. They're very easy to work for. They have a lot of money and let you do whatever you want, basically. They're HBO. Yeah. So other shows or production companies aren't quite as ballerific.
Money-ish.
They don't have as much money-ish to operate with.
What happened with you going to Philly? It's not happening no more?
Nah, the Philly show didn't
I was hoping you'd come to
fruition.
Philly. That way I could roll through it and get some sessions together.
I was really fucking excited. I was talking to Shuda about possibly staying with him while I was getting set up. So I could have skated his ramp and hung out with everybody.
Yeah,
I was super
to stay at a friend who has a mini ramp in their backyard.
It's a good crew down there.
Yeah, I was I didn't want to get. It's hard. I'll get offers like that. I've had offers in LA or Chicago, New York, Philadelphia, and you always get super excited about them when you first hear about it, and you don't want to tell everybody because 1 out of 10 comes to fruition. but I accidentally told everybody, and I was getting all hyped. Like,
you got too excited.
I'm coming to Philadelphia. Like, it's gonna, like, you know, 100 basement clips. Just one.
It's kind of hard to keep like those like exciting news under wraps, you know. I'm so bad at that. I'm like, I've never been the one to keep a secret. I'm like, I get too excited when I tell somebody.
But when you tell people, that's like, I don't know. I feel like if you tell people, you can jinx it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I did. I jinxed the Philly trip. So, sorry guys. Jimmy, I'm still inspired by your ramp, and I want to come hang out with you.
Well, if you ever do make it, I want to be a part of that. I got to come down for that.
Get the ramp session.
That'll be. I hope I can come to Philadelphia or New York or fucking LA.
I don't know. You haven't been to New York in forever.
I haven't been anywhere in forever, dude. Like, I've been
Chicago.
Except Chicago. Yeah, and that was one that did come to fruition. That was for a show called Lovecraft Country for HBO. Prior to doing The Outsider for HBO, it was a Jordan Peele television series that'll come out probably in the next couple months. But I was like luckily asked to go up there, and they put me in this sick ass fucking apartment downtown right by the skate park.
Right by the one you skated like every week?
Yeah, like,
oh shit.
I could skate to the skate park from my house. And that was fucking amazing because they all actually skate all the time. Yeah. And like, I don't know. You guys familiar with the Chicago?
I guess?
No, it's not like that in Atlanta. Sorry, Atlanta. I love you guys. But like,
so it's healthy being in that environment again.
It's incredible, dude. Like, they have a Thursday night that, I mean, it's every single Thursday night, and there's always, like, everybody knows where to go and skate for a couple hours, and then you go to usually a place called Reggie's Rock and Roll Bar, and there's a dude that skates that works there, and the train goes by, like, this deck that you hang out on, and you're right in the middle of the city, and it's pretty magical. Yeah, it's fucking, they have a good thing going on. Take shots of Malort, you know, have an old style.
Have an old style?
Have an old style. Like, it's good.
You like that city vibe better than the, what you're used to, I guess?
Yeah. Man.
Most people have it tough to adjust to that.
It was, I felt very comfortable in Chicago, you know, like it was very easy to be a part of skating. In Atlanta, it's a little bit more difficult. I'm not quite sure why. We're still trying to figure that out.
Difficult
guys,
why?
We got to figure that shit out.
To get people to come out, or to...
It's just I don't know. I think their weekly session and having a park that's really sick, like right in the middle of downtown Chicago, that's easy access to everybody because they have like good public transit, and I don't know. It's like it's a good fucking skate park. Yeah, it's an actual city.
It's a city.
You can get around easy, so you don't have to have a car. A lot of people do have cars there, but I don't know. It's just fucking fun. Like, everybody likes to skate there. Yeah. It's not such a headache to... Yeah, like in Atlanta, you got to get a car, drive like 30 fucking minutes to some fucking school in the suburbs, and it's just not... I don't know. It's cool.
Try some school in the suburbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a long history in skating, man. Like, I was thinking of everything from whether it's like the hosting the VG19 East Coast VG.
Yeah.
Or whether it's like, what was that? You were like one of the first people who I knew that skated every day for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were one of like the first people to do that.
Yeah, that was like a dark time in skating, and like, I don't know, it felt like a lot of people were quitting skating, and that was me trying to prove that you didn't have to quit if you're like getting older. So like the mission was to say that like I'm an adult, I have a kid, and I'm skating every day. And there was just a lot of people quitting, you know, like my idols and probably y'all's idols were quitting at that time. Yeah. And I just wanted to prove that you could skate and have a job and a kid and a wife, and now B Freeze skated like 7,000 days in a row.
Yeah. He's almost coming up on 1,000.
It's fucking crazy.
It's like 990.
It's not
something.
easy. Like,
what did you make it up to?
366.
Was that one? You made it one day into the new year?
Yeah, I hurt my hip on the
no way
366th day.
That's crazy.
Fucked my
you
hip
wanted
up.
to do a year, or you planned on just keeping it going?
No, I wanted to do a year, and like not very quickly, but like probably 100 days in, I was like very set on just doing a year. It's a really challenging fucking thing to skate every day. Just to make the time, find a new thing to skate, or just feel like skating, or if you're like partying, you have to like on the way home from partying or working, stop by some fucking ledge and skate. Like,
were there times where you just like literally put your skates on, did a clip, and that's it, took them off?
Yeah, man. Like dude, I skated. Session? There was like times like I'd be at my house. At one point I bought like a 4-foot Razor scooter brand practice rail from Target. And
4 foot?
It was like this tiny ass. It was like this long.
That's tiny.
You know? And I put it in my kitchen in my apartment, and like those were like the real like days that I didn't want to fucking skate. Yeah, I would just put it up in the kitchen and do a Royale and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's real. Though.
Yeah. I got through it though. There was one night, I'm not going to talk about it, but there was maybe one questionable night about halfway through that maybe I slipped up. But
Wait, you cheated today?
Maybe a little bit. You have to go to Sean Keen was there. It was in Vegas.
What happened?
I got locked out of my hotel room. So my skates were in the hotel room.
Oh, shit.
I took a nap for like 10 minutes outside of the door. And that sleeping was like my rule. It wasn't like necessarily like a 24-hour, like 12 to 12 period. Mm-hmm. It was like from when you wake up to when you go to sleep. So my skates were locked in the room. I kind of maybe missed a day.
So you had to get a clip, like, you had to get double clips?
Yeah. No. Well, kind of. I got my skates, woke up. I was like 5 a.m. Went and got a clip on a parking block. And then went back to sleep.
Damn.
So like it was like a 10-minute nap in the hallway.
That's fine.
Woke up, got my skates, went out, got the clip, went back to sleep.
Yeah. You did it, man.
I know.
I think that's good enough.
It was. I don't feel bad about it.
but that
I skated a lot for a year. Yeah. It was fucking awesome.
But that was the thing that drove you to do that. You were like, you see everyone quitting, people like
everything was falling apart.
I'm just gonna make everyone look like a chump right now.
Pretty much. That was the the driving force. Is that
there's no excuses.
I don't know. I don't want to call anybody out by name, but a lot of the future prospects all quit.
It didn't take any convincing.
It just felt like like a generation that was let down in ways, was transitioning out of skating. All of our
Josh Petty, you let us down.
Josh Petty left. Started working on motorcycles, and I was like, I'm gonna skate every day. That'll show him.
Did that affect your skating at all, you think?
He doesn't give a fuck.
Do you think it affected your skating at all? Skating every day?
Yeah, that was probably...
Did it sharpen your sword at all? Or
yeah, 100%, dude. I felt real good. Like, I think that I skated better then, probably than I ever skated. I wasn't trying as hard, but I felt very focused, and, like, skating was very comfortable. Mm-hmm. I wish I would have taken the same approach like 10 years prior when I was like in like the skate pile heyday and
take it for granted back then.
I took it for granted. I just partied and had a good time.
We all did. Took it for granted.
I don't want to. You guys were still fucking ripping though, dude.
I mean, you too, man.
That was all right.
Yeah, man. You come from a city with a storied history.
I do.
It's like it's similar to New York and LA in the vibe of like the generational.
Yeah.
Like you guys had the Tom, Andy, Frankie.
Yeah. They were friends with
you guys were
Ron,
the next ones under them.
Ryan and
yeah.
So we
what is it like growing up in the A under your idols at the time, and also carrying the torch, seeing the new generation?
It's been an absolute blessing to grow up in Atlanta skating, man. Like, it's been a fucking honor. Like, I grew up watching these guys skate, and like I don't know how many people have seen it that watch this podcast, but VG4, there was like a really small Atlanta part. It was like maybe a minute. But as like a 7th grader watching that, like those dudes were, like, it was amazing that there was people in that video that were from Atlanta. You know what I mean? And like,
yeah.
I don't know, to like grow up and then become the person that's in the video that's representing Atlanta, like it was like the joy of my life. It's still to this day, like the fact that I get to sit with you guys and come on this podcast after fucking Brian Shima is like, I don't know, it's because of Atlanta. You know what I mean? Like, I could have been from somewhere else where I would have had to have tried harder to be better at skating, maybe, to like get my name out there. But because of Tom and Andy and the foundation that they had laid, I could just kind of waltz in and talk shit and do some ledge skating and get free shit all the time. It was
man,
dope.
You were ripping though. Don't say yourself.
All right, like yeah. No, I'm not hating on myself.
50-foot long front torques and shit.
I did some stuff. Wow, yeah, that was. I don't want to talk too much shit, but I think that was the first front torque cess slide in a video in VG 19 or whatever.
Yeah, 19, right?
That was when that was all happening.
Mm-hmm.
The A-Town guys were like recreating, Walt, like you, Walt,
bro.
Was that the one?
Going to the goddamn sidewalk and waxing it up.
Yeah. Straight up the waxing the sidewalk, like how Walt did that, like in that long shot.
Oh my god!
I was like, wait a minute, you could do that?
Yeah, I think I filmed that. The one, he does like a Royale shuffle
at night. Yeah.
Walt's this guy's number one.
I know. We've been talking about that for like fucking 15, 20 years now. Like he's always like, "What's up with Walt?" And I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" Walt's good.
What's up?
Walt's a car dealer in Vegas, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He wants to skate. He's like,
he hit me up a few months ago randomly, and we got a little chat. But he's like, I guess in Vegas doing his thing.
You got to be getting close to level 4.
Yeah, right. He's older than you guys.
He's definitely. He might be 40, dude. Is he 39?
He's 3 years older than me. I
don't know, man. Sorry, well, I don't know how fucking old that motherfucker. He's old as fuck. He was driving when I was like 13, dude. He used to come pick me up when I was fucking tiny in his fucking Camry.
Yeah, that was like a really, because I went down there. I got to experience some of that time with you guys. That was a really, during that VG19 time. Yeah. That was a really cool time in Atlanta for skating. Just everyone involved, in the guys from the Carolinas going down.
Yeah.
How did you get the gig on VG19, man? Because that's a pretty good gig.
Was that 19? It was 19, not 16.
Yeah. We went to, the skate pile team went to Dallas IMYTA. No. It was a Dallas ASA. And I don't know. It was like 2 big. Fucking Hoedown. It was like a week of like, one weekend was Hoedown, and I think the next weekend was ASA or something like that.
Oh, it was like the FID tour?
Yeah, the FID tour.
It was that, right?
Yeah. So like, on the way back to Atlanta, I rode, we had 2 vans, and we had walkie-talkies, and Dave had one of the walkie-talkies in one of the vans, and I had the walkie-talkie in the other van. And nobody was responding to Dave, so I like picked up the fucking walkie-talkie, and he was like asking us if we wanted to get off the highway, or I think we actually like had some car problems and shit, but he would hit me up and I would just like answer him talking like a redneck. And
hey, man.
I was like, hey man, we're in fucking Alabama, let's pull over at the goddamn gas station or whatever, you know, like just fucking around. And when we got back to Atlanta finally, after like the van broke down and all that shit, like he just asked me at skate pile, he's like, hey man, like you want to come back on the loading dock real quick with me? I'm gonna like film a couple things like real quick. I just want to like see, like just come back here, you know. And like so I went back to the back of skate pile with him, and he put a fucking microphone on me. He didn't tell me what we were doing. He was just like, yeah, just put this on. And then he was like, hey, remember like in the van, like you were doing that funny voice? Like, I'm going to ask you questions and like you should just answer. So he fucking put me on the loading dock, asked me a bunch of questions, and then he was like, yeah, I'm going to make that the segues for VG. And I was like, what?
Hey, he told you after you were saying all that?
Yeah, I had no idea. Like, yeah, and he like edited it all fucking crazy, and
like it flowed really well between the sections.
Yeah, I think like he knew what some sections, like there's some that like I didn't do the drop properly, but it's because he didn't know that whoever was gonna have a section. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was.
Yeah, you introduced like Walt and Dre pretty much.
Yeah,
that's Farmer. Like our Bible, man.
Yeah,
you know?
Dude, it was fucking crazy. Like, it's fucking crazy to this day. Like, people still like, I don't know. It's fucking crazy to host a VG. There wasn't. I don't know. Nobody else hosted a fucking VG. That's weird.
Yeah, I know.
Like, it is. It's like my Bible. Like I said, like VG4, like watching the Atlanta section was like life changing because I thought like, whoa, I can be involved in this, and then to actually like.
And then 15 VGs later,
I get to fucking host it.
You're hosting it.
It's fucking crazy with like my best friends and like people that I had just met that were in our generation, like just shredding, and that like those two. I mean, no disrespect to the West Coast, but those 2 VGs kind of changed everything. Like Dave came back and like blessed us. I don't know if
that sounds being biased, but I'm with you on that one as well.
No, I think totally. It did because like the California Dreaming episode that was, what was it, fucking 21, 17?
17
was it the one in between or the one right after 19? Anyways, it doesn't matter. Like Dave came back and was telling us like that like during the sessions for the California Dreaming, like fucking whatever episode, that all the dudes that were skating in California were like, yo, we got to get hype like the fucking East Coast guys. Like, everybody's got to come out to the session. Like, fuck all this fucking skating alone shit. Like, it's got to be like everybody getting hype. Like, trying to replicate what we did, you know? Because, like,
that's cool.
That's real,
yeah.
Just remember that. It's cool.
That was one of my favorite things about skating in any East Coast city. It was like the crews that were together. Maybe because the cities on the East Coast were like more tightly compact, like we're like more like metropolises, you know, than the West Coast cities. But like everyone was so tight, and it was all those sessions, and that's what I loved about making the Truth and shit too. Was like I wanted that crew feel, and we didn't have that in videos for a while after that, after VGs and shit, you know.
Yeah, Truth was so good.
Totally, like the, you know, New York we had those, and like the Bell South, the Norcross sessions. There used to be like 40, 50 people at Norcross. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. At Summer Hour?
Yeah, Summer Hour, yeah. Rest in peace.
Oh, it's not there anymore? RIP too?
It's gone.
And Bell South?
Bell South's gone.
Those are 2 heavy hits,
It's heavy, dude.
Damn.
It's bad. It's like John Down being
Flushing.
on.
Yeah,
Flushing.
yeah.
It's what it is, what it is, you know? I try to... It's really depressing, though, because, like, I'm sure you guys have things in your head that you've never done at those places that you're like, I'll just go there one day and, like, do this thing. Like, doesn't matter. It'll always be there. And they're not there anymore. Yeah. Like, it sucks, but...
Someone should make, whatever. Like, a Summer Hour compilation of, like, all the shit that
Dude,
happened.
that was the... Like, as sick as Summer Hour was, it was definitely the black hole. Like...
Yeah, it definitely looked like it, too.
100%. It was, like, way the fuck out. And, same thing. Like, in the middle of nowhere, you get there, it's fun as fuck. There's, like, nothing you're going to skate. Yeah, you're stuck there. And then if anybody comes in town, which is, like, at that point, everybody came to Atlanta. Like, that was the first place where they're like, yo, what's up with those curve ledges? And it was like, it's Norcross.
I mean, they were good.
They were great. Like, it was super fun.
Incredible that spot.
Oh, man. Rest in peace, dog. It's gone.
I
It's
don't want to
crazy.
bring more bad vibes, but I heard the day that I left that they were taking down the Brooklyn Banks.
No
I don't
fucking
think it's been confirmed
way.
yet. But Ariel called me and he's like, his boy's like, I'm at the Banks right now. They're tearing it down.
Oh man,
I mean,
jeez. I try. It's life changes.
It's sad, but I mean,
it's like
it was supposed to
we
be
got
open
to skate there.
We got to
That's
skate
cool.
there.
Yeah.
That place is sick.
That's cool.
It
I
had
got
its
to skate
legacy.
both Summer Hour and
Yeah.
Brooklyn Banks. Like
it had its legacy, you know. It's just like Summer Hour too. It had its legacy, and it's one of those things that kind of, in a way, makes it that much more special.
Yeah.
You can't skate it anymore.
yeah, actually, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody likened it to graffiti one time, and I thought that was a pretty nice little analogy. Like good vandalism, like old graffiti that gets buffed or whatever. It's like you enjoy it while it's there, and now it's gone.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
That might be a little too romantic, but
no,
same idea,
art.
right? Like
It's
nobody
art,
else
you know?
can experience it.
Yeah.
We had it. Yeah, that's sick. The
Momentary
Banks, though,
appreciation.
I thought it was going to become a skate park. Like, last time I was there, which was fucking forever ago, they were like, yeah, they're going to make it a skate park. And I was like,
Yeah,
fuck
some
yeah.
I forgot his. I think it's Steve Rodriguez, a
There's a lot of
skateboarder,
rumors
owns
kinda going
Five
around.
Borough. He was trying to get it petitioned to make it like a plaza.
I'm so surprised that it didn't happen
we'll
too.
see.
I mean,
so surprised it
it's as much like fuck the graffiti thing. Like, honestly, like the Brooklyn Banks as like an American icon and what it means to our culture and our fucking our youth
the most famous
experience.
spot.
It's it's fucked up that they're tearing that down.
We need to get him on the panel to defend
Yeah,
it.
let me
baby.
get up there. Get Ray Mendez on that shit. Ray Mendez is
could
probably
do it.
already
Yeah,
connected. He's like,
totally.
oh yeah, come
Yeah.
up, dude. I'll put you on. You can just
Yeah.
fucking. I know you can talk to about it. Like,
I know a guy.
I know a guy.
It's very New York. I know a guy.
Yeah, you. Speaking of Ray, you stayed with like one of your first experiences
Yeah.
in New York was with Ray, right?
On the detour.
Wait,
no.
that was
That was the detour.
days ago,
Yeah.
right? That was like
Yeah, that was the detour. That was I was in 11th grade, and
high school.
I was in high school.
Yeah.
And I was I'd been kicked out of my house. Like, my family kicked me out of my house, and I was living in my car in front of skate pile. And fucking Tom and Aaron took me to Taco Bell downtown one day, and they're like, "Hey man, Dave Ortega fucking got his teeth knocked out. So we've paid for him to be on this skate tour. Like, sounds like your fucking home situation sucks. He can't go on the tour anymore. You want to go on skate tour?" And I was like, fuck yeah, I want to go on skate
Dave
tour.
Ortega's spot.
I took Dave Ortega's spot, and that was my
Crazy.
favorite skater
Former
back
Jump
in the
Street
day.
alumni.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Like, he was one of the first people I saw. I saw him on the Disney contest, like, way back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even, like, aggressive skate, but, like, I watched his line, and I started, like, street skating because of Dave Ortega. Like, I thought that guy
crazy.
was sick.
That's sick.
Yeah, and then unfortunately, he knocked his teeth out, and I got to take his place on a skate tour. Yeah. But we ended up in New York. That was fucking crazy, man. I was, like, pretty sheltered, you know? Like, I grew up in a bubble outside of Atlanta, suburbs, like, super fucking sprawl, just plain vanilla Gwinnett suburb. But, yeah, I went on a skate tour, and I ended up, like, our last stop was in New York, and I got to stay. I actually stayed with John on that trip, which was fucking amazing. But Ray took care of me on that whole, like, he was on the detour, and he was like, he knew that I was getting hazed by everybody else on the tour, so he, like, kind of took me under his wing, especially in New York, and he showed me a real good time there. Frankie and Frankie Morales,
So
Chris Padilla, but they're They're from Miami. I'm from Miami, but they had their crew. It was like Padilla, John, fucking Frankie.
Like the lone wolf.
Yeah, I was the lone wolf, man. They would fuck with me. It was good though. It was like a rude awakening. You know, they were hazing me. It was good. I grew fast. It was. I got them back. I got them back. There were some times that y'all don't know about that I fucked y'all up. But yeah, New York was a life changer, man. Like that trip to New York, my first experience in New York City was like I fell in love. Like it was fucking special. Ray took me on a magic journey one night, and it was fucking. It was
amazing. Yeah.
Went to Times Square.
That detour was something that like I really it was like 98 or 98, 99 around there. Yeah. But that detour was something like just heard legends of that. Like heard things like Omar Y song was on there, just like doing crazy things, and Frankie, people just like ripping.
That was like before 4. I think 4-1 was the first section that Frankie had with the whatever the fucking song, the Biggie song.
Yeah.
Is that the first 4?
Yeah, I think so.
It was before Frankie got on, really. Like, so, but he was just as fucking good as he's always been. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Frankie was on it. Chris Padilla, like, people sleep on Padilla, man. Padilla's fucking raw, like really, really good. Like he can backslide handrails both ways, big ones.
That's tough. No one got that.
And John Ortiz was on the tour too, like. And then every city they'd like some people would fly in or whatever, like certain sponsors would send people in, and it was fucking cool, man. It was crazy as shit. But
that other time you were in New York for the Olympus thing, that what kind of mission was that on? Because you were like, it was a mix of like trying to win a contest but also trying to get like exposure to skating too in a different way or something like that.
Yeah, that was like around the same time as the 365 stuff and footage tape, like, and there was an opportunity. Actually, my girlfriend saw like this, like an ad online about this fucking video contest, and it was like, she was like, you should enter it for skating, and I was like, all right, whatever. So like, I had to make this silly little sales pitch video, and they selected, the top 5 or whatever, and I don't know. I like when I originally did the video to like get the opportunity to do it, I was like really like passive about it. I was just like, yeah, I'm Kevin, like I have this fucking skate thing, blah blah, and she was like, no, you gotta fucking like, you should do this, like it's gonna be sick, like if you get the opportunity you could fucking get some like spotlight on skating. So she talked me into making it like super hype, all happy and like fun, like yeah man, like we're gonna go skate, we're gonna travel around the Northeast, like so yeah, when we came up to fucking New York, it was I don't know, that was the same time where it felt like skating was dying, like whatever that means, like financially it was like changing rapidly. It had been, but it felt like that was like a very rapid decline, and in my mind it was like, oh shit, Olympus, like this is it, like this is our big opportunity, like it's a big brand, they're gonna show it on the fucking big screen at this huge tennis event, like
oh yeah, that's right, it was supposed to be at like the US Open or something.
Yeah, and it but everybody came together, like it was pretty sick. Like I called fucking Rob G.
It was a cool project.
Yeah, like everybody was down, and like.
Did you have a budget? Did they give you a budget?
Yeah, it was $5,000. Like everybody.
So they gave you a $5,000 budget to make a skate video, pretty much.
Yeah, and we spent more than that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and then the camera got stolen, and.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the camera got stolen, and
fucking.
Man, that sucked. That was pretty rough. You were there. I was fucking screaming and crying in the fucking street. Basically, they gave the camera to us and $5,000, and we had spent pretty much every fucking dollar coming into New York, bringing Monterey, feeding people and whatever, drinking, having a good time. And the last day I went out with Franco, and we went to that fucking, I don't know if it's called Rail City or it's that place with that like super mellow fucking rail with like, it's a handicap ramp with stairs on the side. Rob G back Unity's it in the Olympus project. It's in fucking Manhattan, Lower East Side, maybe.
Oh yeah,
by the sick pizza.
Town.
Yeah.
So,
oh
okay.
Yeah, like we went there and also to the skate park by the banks, and Franco fucking killed it, dude. Like he did like 5 hammers, like serious fucking tricks. He front torqued, like grabbed the shit out of it down that long ass rail. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we lost though. Like we got back to your place, and I went up to get my bags to go home to edit. Like came back to the car, and the camera, I'd put it like on the seat. I think it was Franco or whoever the fuck was at the car, like was sitting on the hood of the car, And while they were sitting there, somebody came by and grabbed the camera with like 2 days worth of footage, including all of Franco's hammers. And they just fucking grabbed it and ran. So
that's
the camera,
New York shit.
It was fucking so New York, dude. I got New York hard.
You got New York
hard that day. Yeah, and it fucking it was gone. And I thought like that was all the footage. Like it wasn't even enough footage to like finish the edit. Like it was gonna be like real half-ass.
Damn.
And I was fucking freaking out. Like I was like screaming in the street. I was fucking pissed because in my mind, like I just let down like the whole fucking all of us. Like I let down the tribe, dude. And fucking like we posted about it online like while we were still in New York City, and I think like we weren't even over the bridge yet. And fucking Big Nick from what's Nick's last name from fucking Staten Island, dude?
From Staten Island.
Fucking Joey's buddy. Fuck.
Joey Scanosford?
Joey Graziano.
Oh, from Long Island.
Long Island.
Okay, so Nick.
I don't know this name.
No, we're all gonna get in trouble right now.
Yeah, I
he's
know.
watching right now. Like, you guys are
I'll
dicks.
edit it out. Don't worry, it's not bad.
Big Nick.
Yeah, Big Nick.
Fucking. I gotta figure this out. Anyways, so fucking.
Nick.
Big Neil.
Long Island.
Big Neil.
Big Neil. Fucking
oh my God.
Oh
Big
my
Neil.
God. I'm terrible. I'm fucking
Nick.
terrible. I'm sorry.
Super
Big
Neil.
Nick. Sorry. Yeah, Neil Diskin.
Yeah.
Neil Diskin.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh,
all right, Neil.
Yeah,
Hold it all
Neil.
together.
I fucking love you. That's my homie. I'm sorry. This is nerve-wracking. But anyway, fucking like they came together and like they were advanced professionally, and they heard the story of the camera getting stolen, so they like bought another one of the camera, the same exact camera that we had to film with, and had it sent to my house. And we did like a Kickstarter or whatever the early version of a Kickstarter was. Like we raised like a couple $100 extra, and we ended up coming back up to New York to finish. And Franco had fucking.
It was 2 trips. I don't remember that.
No, it was, man. I had to come back up and finish.
Yeah.
I think Rob came on the second trip, but
Was it Monterey in it?
Monterey was in it. Monterey got broke off. Like I was like pushing him a little bit too hard at the courthouse. He was trying to do fakey Misty into the bank, and then Misty off.
Yo.
And he
Fakey Misty
remember
into
that.
that.
Holy
and he like
shit.
kind of fucked up his hip, and I was being delusional and telling. Well, I was like, "No, you got it. You're fine. You know, like do it again. We're gonna win."
U.S. Open, man.
Yeah, but when I came back up, Franco had MERS. MERS, like some crazy skin infection, so he couldn't skate. But we ended up getting like a bunch of dope footage and put it all together, and we actually edited that in the car. Phil Gripper fucking drove the car back while I edited. We had to we stopped in South Carolina, picked up David Dodge, who he specializes in like graphic design, and he helped me finish the edit like while we were driving back to Atlanta. And like we had like literally like when we got back that morning, we had to upload by like 4 o'clock or something.
Damn, super crunch time.
It was fucking crazy. So we finish, I edit, I upload, they call me and they're like, "Hey, listen, you guys are the clear winner. Like you're clear winner. You fucking like nobody else even tried. You guys killed this. Here's the problem. You have to clear every single one of these songs before 8 o'clock tonight."
Shit.
And it was like,
No.
Nas fucking.
It was before we cared about music rights. and
Yeah,
YouTube
like
started
I just
taking
was
shit
like,
down.
nah, this fucking distant relative
Yeah.
shit's sick. Like, works great, you know?
Damn.
It was fucking Dame fucking Dash, fucking Black Keys.
Dame Dash?
Yeah. Like, it was the fuck was that project called? It was Dame Dash and Black Keys, the Monterey song.
I don't know, but it sounds tough to get the rights for.
It was not easy to get the rights for.
It's with Jim Jones, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
so
right on.
fucking, they were like, literally like, you're like, we're not going to be able to let you win unless you clear every single one of these songs. And I was like, all right, cool, let me see what I can do. So I fucking, the first call was to Ray Mendez, whose girlfriend at the time was like, took care of Dame Dash's kids or some shit, or like worked with him or something. And so like the first signature we got was to clear the Black Keys fucking Jim Jones song.
And you got it cleared.
We got it cleared.
Damn.
You know, and then we cleared the fucking Nas and Damian Marley song. Like I randomly have a relative in Miami that was friends with their tour manager.
Holy shit.
We cleared every single song, including the fucking This Land Is My Land shit. Like
No
by
way.
8 o'clock that night.
So, wow.
Bro, they called me like
That's
when I
crazy.
was like fucking sending them these clearances, and like by the end of the day they called me and they're like, "How the fuck
they
did you
didn't think it was
do
gonna
that?" And I
happen,
was
yeah.
like, "You don't
They
understand,
probably
bro."
already
Like,
called the other person and like, yo, we pretty much got you already.
yeah, but like that was like that fucking weird collective energy of like our people, like everybody wanted us to win. You know what I mean? Like we were all fucking coming together. Like this is it. Blading saved. Like fuck yeah. And it worked. Like it all worked out.
So what did you get from it? Like you played in the U.S. Open.
They played in the U.S. Open.
So like millions of people got to see it.
Yeah, they put it on so they took it. Olympus actually used it in all of their trade show booths.
Oh, that's sick.
So I got like I think Vinnie Minton or J-Ro or somebody was at like this big like German photo keynote or whatever, and like they sent me like a picture of the booth with like Monterey on it and shit.
Sick.
There was no like real, like we won. That's what we got. We fucking had bragging. Like we won. Kinda. Yeah. I got to go out with we almost didn't clear one of the songs, the Nas and Damian Marley, because they were actually in the Dominican Republic or something. So the communication was very challenging. Mm-hmm. So I was looking for a replacement song, and I had somebody in Atlanta that knows Akon. So Akon's whole camp was like, had seen the project, and they like fell in love with Monterey, and they were like, yo, fucking any song you want. Like they came and got me like that same night. Like even though it all worked out and we got to use the song, they fucking sent a bunch of limos over and like took me out to this fucking crazy club. Like drinks paid for,
Akon?
got me. Yeah, Akon and like his whole crew. Like it was so sick, dude. Like bottle service at like one of the biggest clubs in Atlanta, and they were fucking pumped on skating. You know, like
that's sick. I mean, I don't know if it did anything.
It didn't. But it was like it was good. Like an affirmation.
Morale.
You know, like it was like all right, cool. Like the most like
you guys respect. That's what we do.
Yeah.
It's also cool. Like. Yeah, have a goal, set out, and accomplish it.
Yeah, as a fucking squad, like we
That's
like,
insane. You know what I mean? Songs that quickly.
It was crazy, dude. Like they called me and they were tripping out. Like this is fucking crazy. The office is bugging out. Like we can't believe this happened. I was like, yeah, dog. That's how we roll.
But that was like
it was sick. It makes you look the man too.
It was cool. They were like, it was
people.
It was,
like this guy knows people to do shit.
It was surprising, like how crazy our network is.
Yeah.
You don't really realize it until you need it.
Until you go for it, eh?
Yeah.
Good first call to make. I think I'd make that first call too.
Yeah, Ray was
Ray's
like,
always the guy.
He knows everybody.
Yeah, when you need to know something.
That's the same person that put us with Jadakiss. Like, he like hired us while we were in New York to do the Olympus thing. He hired a couple of us to film a fucking basketball tournament at Rutgers. So we were like, while we were in the Olympus thing, we were skating. Like we had skates, like skating on Rutgers, filming for them on like the most famous basketball court in the world, maybe, you know, besides Madison Square Garden, you know, like. Yeah. And then we met Jada, and that's when Jada did the drop with Monterey and was like, yo, it's the sickest rapper in the world, chill with the best role. Like, that was through Ray. Dope. Yeah, but that's just Ray. Like, you guys know, every time you're around him, cool shit happens.
Yeah. Yeah, that was super sick. Yeah, I feel like during a lot of that time, we were looking for, like, that moment.
Yeah.
Like, it was like,
the big
that
break.
was all of our vision.
The big break.
Back at the time, be like, yo,
save it.
Yeah, we got to
save
it.
blading.
Yeah. It was like, that was the mentality.
What the fuck? It's so weird. Like, looking back, it's like, from what?
Yeah.
From getting cooler? Like, from being better and more controlled by us?
What?
From what? Like,
from what?
I don't know, but it's better now, it seems.
Yeah, it's
totally. It's way more pure now, I feel like.
Yeah.
Totally.
Olympus.
But we totally...
Olympus.
There's no Olympus cameras.
No offense
right
if
now.
Olympus wanted to
you've
do
had
something
so many,
we're just saying.
Along with that, you've had so many random attempts at doing cool stuff with blading.
I love it.
Like the footage tape, man.
Yeah,
footage tape was
so sick.
You and Jamie in there, dude, like a news blading show.
I was so mad. We
sick.
picked you up and we were in Puerto Rico. We couldn't find we wanted to watch the Puerto Rico footage tape.
It's fucking offline.
It's offline.
Jamie. My theory is that Jamie got faded one night and was like, I'm taking this shit off the internet.
Yeah. He was good. He was great, man.
Jamie's fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah, him in front of the camera was good.
Yeah.
He's funny. Jamie's legitimately, like, charismatic, fun dude that, like, draws people to him. He's extremely talented, and I miss making things with him. And I hope that one day we can do something again, but it probably won't be footage tape as fun and cool as it was. Fuck, that was an answer to VG going away. Like, yeah, it's like it is a fucking lot of work, and it was well received. People enjoyed it, and it was fun to make, but it's fucking hard, man. It's a lot of work. It's a full production. Like, you're trying to, like,
oh hell yeah,
organize. You guys fucking know, y'all make projects. That shit's hard as
this show is based around the footage tape model.
Yeah, pretty much.
How do you think we got the idea?
Sick. The footage tape model was so fucking fun, man. Like, that was, like, selfishly, like, the save blading mantra, like, really was like, I don't want to do anything else.
Totally.
Like, I want to work in this industry.
Yeah.
And, like, if footage tape could have been my job or, like, come on, bro.
Dude,
like,
yeah. That's the
dream. Like, just hang out with your friends and make cool shit. Like,
travel.
Fuck.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, if you guys go to Patreon, this could be our job.
That's that shit.
You know what I mean?
Support the fucking lifestyle,
Wouldn't that be cool if this was our job?
They're saving blading.
Patreon.com/JumpStreetPodcast.
But I know what you mean.
That's real.
I know what you mean.
But how many episodes of footage tape were there? Like 3?
There was 4.
4 of them?
The 4th one was... I didn't really make any of the... I didn't make any footage for Footage Tape 4, but I was involved. It was like right when I started my new job, and I just couldn't... I didn't have time. I still don't have time. Like, time is not available to me anymore, and Jamie did a good job, and we did what we could, but it wasn't a fully focused effort. But I think 1 through 3 were like... They were the real deal. That was when we were like 100% committed to skating and
got
like
5 on it.
5 on it were fucking dope. Like that was. We were trying to figure out how that was like the beginning of the internet. Like 5 on it was like an early attempt at like doing content for the internet. Like that was our whole model. Like people were still fighting the internet when we made Footage Tape. Like that was like, no man, like you gotta make full DVD, which like yes you do, but like also the internet's fucking popping. Like like we wanted to. I think we were a little early. Like we missed the opportunity to capitalize.
VOD and stuff.
Yeah, there wasn't
VODs at that time.
Yeah, but it was still fucking fun.
Yeah,
I used pretty much all of my wife's college money to make this.
To fund those.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
She's
to her.
a soldier.
Thank you to her.
Brielle, I love you so much. She told me I have to talk about her a lot, but I want to talk about you all the time, baby. I love you.
Yeah, dude, you're married. You have
We're not married.
Oh, you're not married?
No, but
you're pretty
17
much,
years.
Yeah, 17 years.
You never been married there?
No, we're engaged. We've been engaged.
We're engaged
for a long fucking time. We have a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
She's my best friend. She's always supported skating. I actually met her. Her little brother was taking lessons from Josh Amaker and Ryan Purcell at Rampage.
Oh shit.
And they fucked around, brought her to a party. That was it. That was it.
And smooth boy Kevin come through.
Smooth. Like very, very not smooth back then. It was just like the loudest, most obnoxious idiot at the party. And she was like, "That guy's
voice.
sick."
However we can get attention. So you got to get it done.
It worked.
Get the job done.
I was crushing this. Like when I met her, I was like killing it. This house party with a bunch of dudes that skate, and I was playing pool. And I ran like 21 games, and I was talking shit the whole time. Man. Just fucking killing it. Yeah, and she was like, he's fucking hilarious. I had like cut off shirt, like a do-rag or something.
That guy's an alpha.
He's an idiot. I need him in my life. But that was 17 years ago.
Yeah, so it's been a long time. You got a house with your partner and 13-year-old and a dog.
I do.
You work all the time.
I work all the time.
Where is the motivation to what motivates you to continue to push in your old age?
To push in general or skating?
No, to continue to come out to events and skate and contribute.
This shit made me, man. Like it's I've had a lot of really great opportunities, but I think that the reason I've been able to capitalize on those opportunities is because of the things that I've learned through skating and my friends that skate. I feel like it's like tithing, like I owe skating, you know what I mean? Like I really appreciate every opportunity I've ever had, and I feel like this shaped me, you know what I mean? And my family. I can't like imagine not skating. Like one of my biggest fears in life is to not be able to skate. Like I don't get to skate often, but like in my mind, like what skating means to me is like freedom. Like it's the only thing that's not work. Like it's
no strings
life.
Attached.
It's fun. It's like real fun, you know?
Yeah.
And that's rare. True, as a 37-year-old dad that works all the time, like it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. I just like skating a lot. Obsessively since I was 12.
I was curious, have you ever put Cairo on some blades?
No.
No,
I don't. No.
Okay.
I didn't.
Nothing.
I don't have like I have no urge. He doesn't really have an urge. Like he's got other interests. He doesn't really like getting hurt.
Yeah.
Like he's not.
He doesn't like getting hurt. Who does?
No, he just doesn't. I don't know. I've never wanted to. I didn't. I was forced to play sports when I was younger. You know what I mean? And there was a lot of like. I didn't get it that bad, but like some of my friends were forced heavily, and they like rebelled against their families because they were forced at a young age to do things. So I never want to force my son to do anything. If he wants to do something, I'll support it and I'll jump behind it 100%. But even though there's been times where I fantasize about like me and him skating together, or him being
to the skate park or something.
Yeah, like it doesn't bother me that he doesn't skate. You know what I mean? I don't think about it. It's all good, you know.
Yeah,
like he doesn't have to.
I just wondered.
It would be. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah. Because other people do. Like people are like, oh, fucking. Yeah. I don't know. Montreux's kids are fucking ripping right now.
It's pretty common to see like people bringing their kids to the skate parks. Yeah. I think it's like a two-way street. It's like, yeah, you want to get your kids doing something also, but it's also an excuse for you to get out to be able to skate still. Because like if your kid wants to go to the skate park, like, oh, you want to skate? Oh,
I'm taking the kids to the skate park.
Yeah. No, that's totally the way. Yeah. Yeah. But that's awesome. Like, it's better to let them find their own things and then support it.
Yeah. So I'm there.
That's cool.
Yes. Fatherhood.
That's cool.
Blading.
Life. What do you think about that?
When I think about life?
Yeah.
It's precious. Short.
Sweet.
Should make the most of it and enjoy it and not fucking forget that you're fortunate to be breathing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. I agree with that. I don't think anyone could argue that.
What do you think about life right now, in this moment?
In this current moment? Well,
it's pretty crazy right now.
Me
and you fucking switched at the same exact time. Yeah. We're like, yo, life's pretty good. Wait a minute, what's going on right now?
Wait a second.
We're like contained in this
When's
area.
When's the True 3 coming out?
Yeah,
no. That's questions forbidden from this podcast.
But Basement Boys took the tradition.
Basement Boys took it.
Yeah, let them do it. They're doing it, I guess.
They're doing a good job.
What are you doing with your disposable camera? Are you working on a little project or something, or it's just for fun?
We're on a media blackout here at the powwow. Luckily, I grabbed my disposable on the way out the door, so I was like, when I got here, and they're like, you can't post to social media. You can't. And I was like, well, this is maybe I'll just shoot with this thing.
As far as you can get from posting on social media.
Yeah, it's
using a disposable camera.
It's like the best. I don't know. I don't shoot much film. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. Disposables are fun.
I heard it's not dead. I saw a hashtag that's
no, film is not dead.
It's not, right?
There are people that swear by it.
I know because I saw a hashtag of it. So
hashtag film's not dead.
That's for sure true.
Hashtag Fuji.
Hashtag Fuji. Why is this Fuji film camera here, you ask?
Yeah.
Working on a project for FujiDisposables.com. Hashtag film's not dead.
.com.
Olympus to Fuji. So how is the switch from Olympus to Fuji?
It's been easy, to be honest. Unless Olympus has some shit that they want to
coming up
that they want to play at the Super Bowl
this time, you know?
Yeah.
Do it right.
Yeah. Maybe they'll project it as a Super Bowl instead, U.S. Open.
They should hire Dom West, probably.
That would be dope.
Olympus should hire Dom West.
Is he like your favorite skating filmmaker now?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think he's
super professional.
Yeah, he's like maybe my favorite filmmaker in general.
Just cinematographer.
His thing with Joe Atkinson, the blue thing, was so good.
Right. Blue thing, Blading Burma, like that dude's
so good.
So good. Vine Street, like he's sick.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's one of your favorite filmmakers. Who out of the younger new guys are like some of your favorite skaters to look at? Who makes you say, oh, I
only like dudes from the old school? No,
that's it. Only hashers. That's it.
New guys, Julian Garcia from Atlanta, now in New York. Mm-hmm. He's always been somebody I really enjoy. I like Bobby. I think Bobby's sick. Nemo's old as fuck, but like he's still yeah. Any of those dudes that skate in a way that looks like they're trying to irritate old people. You know, like Nemo. Like Nemo just seems like he's trying to piss everybody off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love that shit.
That's sick. I was curious how you felt about that.
Yeah, it's like
because that's actually a good take on it because that's how I feel like when they're
like, they know. You know what I mean? Like Nemo knows, but he makes like even like the shit. Like I don't know. I'd love to I like Nemo's skating. I think he's sick. Danny's beer is fucking dope as fuck.
Danny beer.
Every fucking person
that's cool that you like that style. That was kind of like your style when you skated. You skated differently than everyone else.
Yeah.
With your set slides and stuff, no one was really doing that except for you.
I like the unorthodox skating. I think it's it's skating. Like people should just do whatever the fuck they want and express themselves in a way that feels right to them. Like I don't like the rule book, which I think those guys, as much as they do poke fun, like there's a rule book for sure. And I've had this discussion with David and Nemo that like. I don't know. There's a lot of rules in their skating, even though it seems free. but that's their shit. You know what I mean? Like I still like that they're like passionate about what they think skating should be, or like how it should look, or what people should do, or how they should dress. Mm-hmm. Like fucking Nick LeBar, that guy's sick. These guys are all old. It's weird. Like they're not new skaters.
Like, yeah, Nick's like becoming like an older guy now.
He's he's a goddamn grown ass man, a Navy guy, skating impacts. Like that shit's tight as fuck. Yeah.
What?
I mean, he's like 200 pounds ripped. Yeah. And you're just like, this guy's protecting us. Like he's probably gonna have to like quarantine us at some point this weekend. You know, like
he's gonna be the one like not letting us leave.
Yeah, he's going.
Yeah.
I'm not really here for skating.
Good seeing everyone. Good catching up.
Yeah.
I have to keep you here. I'm sorry.
Lock the gate. Like
I was like, fucking real Nick.
Yeah.
God damn Nick.
Yeah, those dudes.
He's definitely gonna do that.
Tight. He's definitely gonna do that, and we're all gonna be like, okay. Sorry, dude. Yeah. Appreciate you.
Salute. Salute.
Yeah.
Oh man. On this kind of format, I think we're gonna keep them like this length because we got a few people. But if there's any wisdom or knowledge, at the 1 hour mark as well.
Yeah.
If there's any wisdom or knowledge you want to impart on the community, or advice, or just if you want to say something cool, then you could do that. But you know,
here's something cool.
Okay.
And this was a
Staying
fun no, fuck school. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. If school is for you, definitely stay. Like if you can like get good grades, stay the fucking school. But like if you suck at it, figure something out quick. I'm working currently on a TV series. Well, actually the shows went down like an hour ago, but I'm working on this fucking really rad TV show. And I was in my office the other day, and Matty Schrock texted me a picture of my car in the parking lot because he's working on the same show.
What?
I thought that was fucking sick.
Super random.
It was. I was like, yeah, this is dope. Like I'm on the show with Matty, and like we have like a little bit of influence. You know?
That's sick. Yeah. And like you work with Trace too, right?
Trace Taylor is like the best location. Like I get a lot. Like people are always like, oh, Kevin's like sick at locations. Like Trace is the sickest location scout maybe in America right now. Like he's really, really fucking good at what he does, and people love working with him. Yeah. So like we have this nice little. Julian Garcia is actually about to start. Well, if the show comes back.
Is he gonna be working out there? And
he's gonna work on the same show in my department. Like I'm
in New York or in Atlanta?
No, in Atlanta.
In Atlanta. Oh, sick.
I gotta call him after this. But he's fucking we're building like a little collective of filmmaking rollerblader dudes in Atlanta.
What's his Instagram handle?
Matty?
No.
Trace? Julian. He fucking changes it like all the time.
Is it NYC Skater for Life?
Yeah, that's him.
That's him? Okay. That's so funny.
For like the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, okay. Oh my God, he's so funny.
Yeah. Cheers.
But yeah, that's cool, man. And thanks for joining us on the show.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Thanks for having me, man. I'm really honored to be on the show because I listen to every episode.
We'll have to do it again in the future.
Yeah.
It was a damn honor.
Yeah. Appreciate it, dudes.
And you were all nervous.
I'm still nervous.
You're lucky this wasn't live.
Oh,
that's usually why people get most nervous.
If there was people here, I would have been bugging the fuck out. I would have had to been wasted.
Hold on real quick.
It's all homie.
Do you see this make-believe boombox right here?
Yes.
There's a play button, and when I press the play button, the Jump Street music is going to start. So I'm going to... All right, cool.
All right, thanks, everybody. Peace.